Now, in the last couple of weeks, we've had tales of animal triumph and tragedy, of course. Bottlenose whale got lost and was found swimming in the Thames. And despite valiant rescue attempts by some really exceptional individuals, sadly she didn't make it. But the same group rescues hundreds of dolphins, seals and even whales every year. Most of us had never heard of these heroes, but last week they were thrust into the limelight once again when they saved a dolphin trapped in Maryport Harbour in Cumbria. So please welcome members of the British Divers Marine Life Rescue. They are Faye Archell, Trevor Weeks and Sharon Gisby. Hi guys, welcome to the studio, thanks for coming in, nice to see you. Now, you were involved, Faye, in the Thames whale rescue attempt. Very sad that the whale didn't make it. An enormous amount of attention for all of you guys and your work. Are these things more common than we think, whales ending up in the wrong place?
Yeah, we actually have on average about 30 cetacean strandings a year.
Being, what's that?
A cetacean is either a whale, a dolphin or a porpoise.
Right. And Sharon, you were involved in that particular rescue as well.
Yes, that's right.
Biggest rescue operation you've been involved in every sense?
Yeah, from a personal point of view and from a charity point of view as well. Up till now, really, the majority of my rescues have been...
We can actually see a photograph of everybody in action. I mean, it was a desperate attempt, and I'm sad that it didn't work. One of perhaps the positive spin-offs is a lot more attention on you guys, more people aware of your work. Do the rescues themselves, Faye, differ greatly? Are they all the same sort of thing? Or?
No, we never know what to expect. Every single rescue is different. I mean, the Thames whale rescue, for example, took place over a matter of hours. Trevor, for example, was up in Maryport with the dolphin trapped in the harbour for a month.
A month? What were you doing?
Well, unlike the whale in the Thames, the whale in Maryport was not ill. So it was trapped inside there. So we had to look at various options of encouraging the animal out. And obviously when they'd failed, then we had to look at the more severe option of going in there and catching it.
We can actually have a look at what happened, of course. Here we are, here's you guys in action. As you know, you actually lifted the dolphin out of the harbour in some sort of sling arrangement.
It's on a stretcher,
right.
And that's actually being lifted up by a crane and up onto a waiting rescue boat, which is a local Maryport inshore rescue boat.
And you'd actually had to drain the marina to a degree to do this. It was an enormous exercise.
Well, there's about 50-odd people involved in doing that rescue, and obviously we had the local fire brigade, coast guard and inshore rescue boat there helping us from a safety perspective as well. But we couldn't keep the animal out of the water for too long, otherwise it's going to dry out. Therefore, we had to put it straight onto the rescue boat and do a sea launch and get it offshore as quickly as possible for a release. And luckily, we had a second dolphin that came up close to us when we did the release, which was brilliant.
Wow, so that was a really happy ending to that one. So you reckon something like 30-odd of these rescues going on a year?
That's just cetaceans. We probably rescue over 100 seals every year on top of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why do these animals get stuck?
Seals normally get separated from their parents. It's normally the pups that we rescue, so if there's been a particularly bad storm, they might get separated, they might be orphans. Whales and dolphins, we just don't know. Navigational error, they might be ill. It can be lots of different reasons.
OK, well, in case you're wondering why we're standing next to all this clobber, I've just realised I in some of the stuff that you use when you're training, because you do train for this, obviously.
We do. We train, it's a day course and it's called the Marine Mammal Medic course. Anyone can take part in it. You don't need to be a diver. You just need to have a wetsuit or a dry suit. British waters are very chilly.
Yes.
And yes, we train them using this
So how many guys,
here.
how many people have you trained? How many of you are there?
About 3,000 trained medics in the UK, yeah.
That many?
Yeah.
Well, this is what you use. Now, this isn't a toy inflatable dolphin. You actually weight this thing up so it replicates the weight of the
we
real
fill it
animal.
with water, yeah.
Damn, how heavy is that? Quite a lot.
A dolphin this size can be about half a tonne.
Really?
So,
and this is what you use to move it. How does this work?
Yeah, this is our pontoon system. So this is a dolphin pontoon. We have the larger one for the whale pontoon that people would have seen used with the Thames whale. But basically it's a sling that goes underneath the animal.
How do you get it under the animal?
It's basically a very clever method of rolling the mat in half, rolling the dolphin on its side, popping the mat underneath, rolling the dolphin back over, and as if by magic, the mat's underneath.
And then it's fitted onto these bits
That's
that
right.
sort of
And then
float.
we have some, if you can see just down here, we have some clips. And then these are inflated using our cylinders there.
And then you can manoeuvre the dolphin?
That's right. One person can then move a half-a-tonne animal around.
Well, that's fantastic work that you do. Now, you are a charity, aren't you?
We are, yes.
And you rely on volunteers.
Oh, completely.
And you don't even have a satellite phone, do you?
No.
Because for in places like Cornwall,
That's
keeping
it.
in
We'll
touch.
be on the middle of the beach and we don't have a mobile phone signal, which involves running back and forth to a phone box to keep in touch with our vets, for example.
Which makes it very difficult.
Yes.
Well, you have got a satellite phone, because we spoke to some nice people at satphone.co.uk. They supply satellite phones in the UK. They've kindly donated, Mel's bringing it in, a brand new Global Star satellite phone.
Good luck. Very best wishes.
And the 5 o'clock show is thrown in the year's line rental on that, so that should be hopefully another useful tool in your work. So good luck with what you do.
Thank you very much.
Trevor, Sharon and Faye, round of applause for the guys there.
You're doing great work.